Howdy YouTube folks, welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate 2. I'm Nye. We are still working on unlocking stuff. We have not had a tremendous amount of luck with it. I was going to kill a mage, which is what we're working on now. We'll probably just quit as soon as we get the mage, because I don't need basically anything else from this, from the star at this point. And kind of apart from that, we still have to do the hero font real quick, which actually should be a pretty fast thing. So all we have to do is have 200 gold by the end, so that should be pretty easy. I just want this token. We'll get that out of the way. Take too long. We need a huge failure on Band of Thugs, which I was hoping to get it, but honestly, I'm way too selective when it comes to the games that I purchase to really hit that much. But I know I have some of my Steam library that I have specifically what's a good example? Like, Fate of the World is a really good example. I only played that game for an hour. I tried one event and was completely disinterested. Just did not find it interesting or engaging. I found it very, very preachy, which it is, and it's meant to be. That's not like something special about Fate of the World. It's meant to be a very, we need to save the world. We need to be a lot more careful about what we're doing. That's understandable. But I just lost interest in the game mechanics. It just, nothing caught my attention on that. And I think that's what I mean by that. As soon as you get a game like that, I think it's like there's nothing in this game left for me. I don't want to keep playing. I don't think it's going to get better. The mechanics aren't going to change. I mean, basic mechanics, you know. Naturally, updates happen. DLC causes new stuff to come out, but I think for me, it's more fundamental differences with games. But it wasn't even like you with some of those games, you can say that it's a personal thing. Like, you could probably argue with Fate of the World that it was a personal thing. Like, I just didn't like the design, and that's one thing. You know, there are games out there that people are just generally not gonna like. You're just not grabbing people. Those are those games that just fail, that do not sell, that do not go anywhere. You know, I mean, naturally, we can talk about stuff like and the game's frozen. I'm hoping it catches up. There we go. You know, we can talk about like stuff like Sonic 06, which games that are obviously unfinished. But I'm trying to think of a game that just didn't do well. That just, like, I'm sure Steam has tons, but I don't know how many I know off the top of my head that I've actually played personally. Cool.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
I guess switch the neglected swords. That way I can use the brigand shield. See, I heard a lot of people liked Sonic Forces. So I don't know if that's a good example of that. Regular. Looking at my... I feel differently about games like my number 9, because I don't see anything wrong with my number 9. It's just, it's not what everybody wanted out of it. I don't think it's a bad game. It wasn't the Mega Man replacement. I don't think it's a bad game. I haven't played too much of it, but in the 10-20 minutes of it I played, I enjoyed it. Then again, I don't have the big, like, Mega Man background that other people have for that game. I, like, have literally never put significant time into a Mega Man game, so it didn't have that... I'm assuming it's, like, childhood raping that other people had from it. Run well. Well, you're quoting Mega Man, though. For someone who isn't a like Mega Man born and raised, I don't think it's that bad because I don't have that background. I don't know if that's me saying I've never had good food, therefore I'm not going to see the difference between, you know, McDonald's and, you know, Michelin Guide recommended, or if it's a not knowing the game didn't kind of, like, put flavor in my perspective, I guess is the word I'm going to use for that. I don't know how much that affects me, but I didn't find the game terrible. I'm not going to say it was an amazing game. I wouldn't rate it amazingly highly. Then again, I've only played about 5 minutes of it, 10 minutes of it. But it's just kind of one of those things. Like, I don't think it was one of those, you know? Skip. I think being a short game would be a pretty large deterrent, I think, for a lot of people. Damn it. I mean, those are just design flaws. What it sounds like you're saying is there were several design flaws that needed to be ironed out a little bit better in QA. But, I mean, those don't sound like something you damn a game over. I don't know. Well, a lot of games have features that don't actually see full release. That doesn't, like... Once again, does not sound like something you should be damning the game over. Okay, well, if it's pointless, that's probably why they didn't use it. Like, you just proved why that shouldn't be a problem. They have a feature that doesn't ever get used, that no one would use. They didn't really utilize it in the game. That makes sense. That is one of those things that, okay, we didn't put in a not useful feature. I can think of reasons why an automatic crouch dash would be a bad thing. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm seeing and what you're describing is that they made you have to do something skill as opposed to giving it to you for free. Is that not what you're saying? Hey, dealing with thieves is sitting right there. Irritating. Give him the Goblet's Curse. I can't get dealing from thieves now.
The pendulum swings like a scythe.
Oh well, that's close.
Bearing hope or failure.
Kind of pointless, but we're just trying to get. So you do eventually get the mode slide dashes, or if they have both, it might be because they're trying to give the player like an upgrade, you know? I don't know. I'd have to actually go play the game to see the thing you're talking about. I know a lot of games that have the player do something manually for a while and then eventually give it to them automatically. Because it makes you feel like you got an upgrade. If it's done well, it doesn't feel like a pointless thing. I don't know if it was done well. It sounds like it wasn't. And I know that game actually has a speedrunning element to it, so it may have been just a skill thing to, for speedrunning. I don't know. As I said, I'm going to have to actually go play it to be able to really understand it. Okay, I'm confused. So you're saying there is no upgrade, so there shouldn't be a problem. But then you said it is there, so it makes it pointless. I'm really confused as to what your complaint is. Can you get this upgrade? Can you get this automatic upgrade? Does it exist in the game? Like, can you actually get it? Now, is it programmed? Can you get it? Okay, so generally the game forces you to do this manually, but occasionally it does automatically. I mean, that sounds a little bit like a skill barrier or something like that, but Bounty Hunter's helmet, see what he gives me. Okay. I'm not 100% sure that was a good trade. Oh, he gave me money too. Okay, cool. As I said, I'm gonna have to mess with the game, really figure that out. There we go. Okay, so the one time it's used throughout the entire game. Is it a skill thing at this point? Like, is it a big deal? Is it a, like... You're making a big deal out of a thing that's only ever used, or only ever happens once. And do they get used by speedrunners? Do they... Like, it might be something that, you know, normal players don't use, but that, like, professional players and stuff like that do use. I don't know. I have seen shit like that before. I couldn't tell you where off the top of my head, but I have seen it. I have to go think about it and figure out where I've seen it. Okay, can you stop standing right next to the freaking mage, please? I know, what's it called? I know Shadows of War has this entire thing about stats on orcs, which does nothing unless you're doing the, Clash of Clans style endgame system. Frame perfect? People are just calling it that. Because frame perfect would mean that you have either 1/30th of a second or 1/60th of a second to actually do it. And if that's true, most players would never beat the game. Oh, that happened. That's why I shouldn't be reading while I'm fighting ogres. Like, frame perfect is typically hard. If it's mandatory frame perfect, then most players will never... Oh, hey, we got the token anyways. Most players will never actually beat the game.
Now death
or ever get past that point.
This story ends here.
For defeating mages with the questing mace, we receive the questing mace. Okay, we're done with that. We're not doing that anymore. On to the Hierophant. And skip. Okay, so we need money-related stuff this time. All we care about is gold. Gold. That gives money. That gives good money. That gives good money. That gives good money. Special that I want. Not gonna really get much else done on this. This is gonna be mostly let's just get all the monies. I guess we'll do Alchemist, why not? This is mostly gonna be a let's get the monies run. This and let's look at gold. Okay. Those two we definitely want. What's this get me? Sounds good. That's really good. That's gonna be good. I mean, that's easy. Platinum cards that I'm using. Platinum. Howard's Bane. Back me my plat. Up. Gonna start with 20 gold and Questing Mace. Defeat a Necromancer. So I gotta go back to the stars. Yugi, I'll eventually go look. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'll eventually go look. Oh, they're pulling that out. There's no necromancers on this. I guess. Armor. Why not? Okay. Let's get knocked out. This is an achievement thing, so there's no tokens here. We're just getting an achievement today. Gonna get 200 gold, which actually should not be that hard. Probably gonna be like maybe halfway there after this. If the game continues to not cooperate, I might not be able to do the world tonight. I kind of want to get everything done before I start doing the world. I think that's just kind of a personal want. Like, it's not a huge deal, but I would like to get the achievements and the last tokens done, so that way I can have everything when we go and do the world, because that will basically be the last thing that we do. Basically no gold. House. When then we do the world next stream, yeah, that's probably gonna be the case.
Breathe. You have done well.
Oh, apparently, according to the dev, you can do this up to I think 5 times with and still get rewards from it. Yeah, I wanted to do the world this time, but I didn't realize exactly how long this was gonna take to, you know, to do stuff. Like, we've been going almost 3 hours already.
That will set you in good stead from here. Poorly done.
I've been going for 4 hours?
You must
I don't think there's no way I've been going for 4 hours.
Quiet stillness inside you.
Hey, Goblin Town. There's my gold. Hey, exactly 200. Or, I don't think we've ever gotten. Got it. An ancient goblin wrinkles a prune is selling an array of teas down by the bank of the pungent river that runs the town. He laces a bag in your hands and shakes his head a little when you offer payment. I'm happy knowing that he will either strengthen you greatly or kill you. Nice. Okay, now we know what that does. Okay, we just have to get to the end now. I don't need to think at this point. That being said, Carlos, I missed something. What do you mean it's once made before? Feels like I missed like part of the conversation. And actually, the next stream I might be able to do tomorrow night. Oh, okay. I don't know JoJo's at all. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I might be able to stream tomorrow night. We're gonna see. It depends on how late I get back home from work. Normally I would have actually gone later tonight, but I like left work an hour late, and so it's kind of giving me less time to do stuff that I would normally want to do. Hopefully tomorrow's not gonna be bad. So we'll see. Go ahead and pick up the Coward's Bane. When I say tomorrow night, I mean the night of the 23rd. Damn, I missed it this time. I've never missed it before. Same. Up a little bit too late. I mean, not to date the stream too badly, but why did I lose gold there? I thought I had exactly 200. I have a curse. Curse and I missed it. Here where I lost that 2 gold. Not to date too badly, but chances are I will do a Christmas stream, because I think I've done it for the past couple of years. And if we have enough people here, I'll probably end up doing a charity stream, and if you guys donate, I'll match the donation up to a certain point. I don't have a lot of money this year, but I might be able to do that. I did that a couple of years ago. It was kind of fun. I won't be able to do the stream until a little bit later on. So I'm not sure about Christmas Eve because I actually work Christmas Eve and I work kind of late Christmas Eve, so we will see. Being with family is important on a day like that. Understandable. I probably won't be doing anything like Hand of Fate that day. I'll figure out something that I can do as a one-shot or something like that. I truly expect to be done before that. Okay, I expect that to be a little bit further to the left.
bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Sure, we've never seen what happens if we actually succeed on this. Let's see. We did. We're still not going to see what happens when we succeed. Okay. I tried. At that die roll. And we get a lot of ones. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. We get an awful lot of ones. Yugi, I still have no idea. So, I mean, you know, all the power to you, but I am still leaving as ignorant as I came in. Or maybe more so. I don't think anybody's gonna pretend that my my intelligence is what brings them here. Ow. Yeah, I mean, I used to like anime. I don't really have time for it anymore, but I used to back in the day. I'm also not gonna pretend I am not a nerd. Ivanius, I greatly disagree with you. No, lead with more questions does not mean you're more ignorant. But I think if you walk in, I think if you spend a lot of time on, let's say, that is not going to piss someone off. I think if you walk in and spend a significant amount of time at a flat Earth convention, you're going to walk out more ignorant.
Victory. You are learning.
Or if you prefer, if you spend a fair amount of time with white supremacists, that too. You will absolutely walk out more ignorant than you walked in. And part of me would like to say no offense intended and apologize, but I am absolutely not going to. That shit is stupid. Ignorance spreads, my friend. It is a sad... I'm gonna say it's a truth. It's a sad truth. Ignorance spreads. And if you're the type of person who listens to others, especially if you're gullible, you can get caught up in it. Like, there are people who will walk into a group like that and think that they have learned something. And they have not, and that's what I mean. Like, you can walk out more ignorant. Oh, hey, there's money over here. Let's go pick that up real quick. I'm not gonna, like, pretend I'm all enlightened or anything, but... I could just get the golden shield and just sell it to get money, but that'd be the intelligent thing to do. Money here. I have all these money cards. I'm not getting any. I feel as if I have brought up a really bad conversation. Like, there's heat growing in the chat. Oh, hey, we got the... Okay, we got that. That's good. We got the helmet. That's all I needed. That will give me my 200 gold. Burst the chat with fire. I don't want to burst the chat. I like the chat. As long as folks don't get heated, I'm pretty okay. You know, be excellent to each other. We'll go ahead and buy the Exquisite Blade so I can sell it if need be. Well, I missed that one. Couldn't get anything for it anyways. Okay. General store. Let's go ahead and sell Exquisite Blade. Oh, hey, we're going to try to make more gold. Nope, we're going to make fame. That's cool. Yugi, I'm not 100% sure I agree with you on that definition.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each bearing their own similarities.
And I have stoppered fame. I've done that thing that you're supposed to learn in Harry Potter. Cool. Hi, Mom. I'm on YouTube.
Given your position.
I found the money, guys. We're not ready for that yet. Y'all didn't take my weapons. If y'all took my weapons, I'm gonna be really upset. I mean, if I had to... Like, if I had to define... They did take my weapons, you bastards. If I had to define a social justice warrior, I'd probably define it as someone who is oversensitive to things that could be offensive, and that chooses to fight for those that don't need to be defended, and is, like, fights overly hard. I don't think there's any problem with people who defend the helpless, defend the weak, and fights for what's right. But at a certain point, the people that we call social justice warriors are those that thrive on it. They enjoy the fight and look for fights even when one doesn't exist. Hey, Guardian Angel at the very end when it doesn't help. Cool. Money! Hey, we broke 300. I would probably say that a social justice warrior is someone that doesn't understand that something can be that something can offend them without being offensive. You know?
Nicely timed. pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
Don't ask me how the hell I knew it was him. I don't even remember that detail. Yeah, I think the problem at this point, especially with like the advent of the internet and stuff like that, is that we know that there is evil in the world, and a lot of people really want to make sure that evil doesn't happen, which naturally is important. We don't want evil to happen. Evil should not happen. We should be doing everything we can to excise evil from the world. But people are becoming very good at deciding that evil exists where they want it to exist. They're you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They are misappropriating stupid things as evil things. I forget what it is. I forget what's the phrase. It's never attribute to malice that what could easily be stupidity, and that's the issue. People are going, oh, this person is being this person's evil, and it's like, no, they're not. They're just stupid. They don't know any better. It's not even that. It's one of my fellow store managers at one point was commenting on it, and he was talking about how he's a big black guy, and he was working with a white girl who had just moved down to the New Orleans area, where we have a gigantic black community. And there's my achievement, moneybags. And he was talking to her, and he was trying to talk to her about, like, he was trying to get to know her, and she was trying to get to know him. And they're trying to, and so she goes, so what do black people eat? And he was kind of taken aback by this until he realized that she was not asking out of malice. She was not being racist. She was dumb. She didn't understand that there was no difference between her and him. So he goes, okay, so what is your favorite? What foods do you like? Do you like, you know, do you like fruit? Cool. Do you like grapes? Awesome. Do you like you know, do you like chicken? Awesome. And he goes, cool. I enjoy all of those too. And it was this whole thing of, we are the same. It's just, that's it. We're just the same. And she kind of walked away more educated than she was before. But someone who is a social justice warrior would look at this girl who's just ignorant, and would go immediately.
I appreciate the time you're putting into your decision, but the time for action is now.
Dealer. A social justice warrior would have ripped into this girl, as opposed to knowing that, okay, it's lack of education. That is the problem. It's lack of education. You're born dumb. You gotta actually pour something into your head before you know anything. Okay, what do we still have to work on? Assassin with a Reaper's Arrow. Okay, got a couple options. I need to fight a Necromancer, and the problem is that the only Necromancer that I know of would I blame him if he had gotten mad at her? I don't know. It depends on why he got mad and how he responded to it. Like, seriously. If he had blasted her over it and just went off on her, then I would be upset at him. If he got angry and said, look, that was a really stupid racist thing to say, why the hell did you say that? But was calm about it, that makes sense. So it depends on what you do. in my opinion, it's more based on how you respond to it. You're allowed to get angry. People are allowed to get angry. It's an emotion. It's fine to be angry. It matters what you do with that. If someone pisses you off and you lash out and beat them in the face, wrong use of anger. That's the thing. It's just... So, we have to fight a necromancer for the current token. The only necromancer I know of is in the stars, so we gotta go back to the star. I'm gonna do some customizations here because I'm not trying to do that shit right now. So what we're gonna do instead... So we'll go ahead and try to kill an assassin with the Reaper's Arrow. That will be the platinum equipment I bring in. And then we're going to do... I'm just going to throw in some wheel gambits. Temperance is one at the end? Yugi, up to you. I don't really care. I think that's a PG-13 statement. Like, I don't mind it being there. Race it if you want me to. The sun would take a while. So Temperance actually has one at the end? I legitimately think that the star will be faster than Temperance. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw in some curse removal. Oh, then it'll let you bring surprise. You're right. I forgot about that. We've already completed it, so you don't have to worry about hinting about stuff I've already done. Throw in some curse removal. So I can do this easier. Then we're going to throw in some wheel gambits. Okay, so we know that Field of Fey has a huge success. Regular success. I don't remember what has huge successes here. Let's say Goblin Retainer, Bates Dealing... Spider Trap. Let's do those. I also need to fight thieves. We'll throw those two in. I want to be able to get some specific equipment. Let's go grab Empire Contacts, Feeded Fins, Illicit Trade, and then we will also grab Thomas the Ogre. And that sounds good to me. Okay, let's go to our equipment now. What do we need? So we need some two-handed weapons. Actually, before I do anything, let's make sure we grab the artifact that we need. Where is it? Reaper's Arrow. Okay. So now we want some two-handed weapons. I mean, the context is right there, Yugi. It's pretty obvious what the context is. We got some two-handed. Grab sacrificial blades. Grab all of that. Better damage versus. Evanius is probably right. Just gonna put that out there. Look, Yugi, at the end of the day, ask yourself, how much do you care what other people say?
I don't see the appeal.
Like, seriously, how much do you really freaking care? A lot of people on the internet, and they will say a lot of different things. How much do you care? Do you actually care? Is that actually something that matters to you? It's also true. That in there too. I don't know what else I want to throw in. Let's do this. Look, at the end of the day, you just really gotta ask yourself, how much do you actually care? You know? Really do. How much do you actually care? How much do you care what random people on the internet think of you? The answer is a lot. You need to think a little bit more carefully about how seriously you take the internet. If you're taking the internet that seriously, you need to do a little bit of reevaluation about your life. There we go. Yeah, I can do things again. I can do that. Man, this gigantic stick you have is too important for you. I'll be 100% honest, I think that the whole bit about social justice warriors is a little bit overblown. I I've never actually met one in real life.
How did you not get the message? We're not to be messed
I think they're like rodents of unusual size. I don't think they actually exist. We just hear about them because reasons. Because people like to talk. Might be wrong, but... Like, I've learned that there are enough trolls on the internet to not care. Ow. Ow. I mean, it's really easy to say that, Keikos, but then you gotta remember at the end of the day, it's like, these people outright harassing you, you know? It's hard to actually take that harassment, you know, in your face and then, you know, respond intelligently and thoughtfully to what is happening. I know that when I get my dander up, I'm not exactly, like, the most thoughtful person. I will outright say the wrong thing, get pissed off, and kind of... It gets worse because now I'm pissed off. There are plenty of people who just want to get a rise out of you, and it's just one of those, like, okay, well, you don't get to have that. You're not that important in my life. But it's easy to say that, like in cold blood. But as soon as your blood heats up, like, all bets are out the window. You're gonna react to things. You're gonna do stuff. It might not be the smartest things you've ever done. Basically, all I'm trying to do in the stars this time is I'm just going to try to build up a decent run and then just go straight to the end. Dude, that's a scary thing. Mom, like, choking on grape juice. That's frightening. Like, look, people get frightened, things happen, and the closer you are to the event, the more you're going to get frightened. I wouldn't beat yourself up over that. I was riding a bike down a hill one day with a friend. We were trying to just go to the local high school and just go do something. We were young. So we're riding our bikes down a hill, and we went fast as all hell. And so we were kind of going too fast, so we were already probably going to have problems once we reached the bottom of the hill anyways, just because we were going too fast, wouldn't be able to turn. But as we were going down, there was a car approaching from a cross street. He was going way, way too fast. He was going way too fast, and
It is said these blades were wrenched from
hit
the
my
hands
friend.
of a god.
Barely
and
missed hitting
ever
me.
After wielded by
And
mortal hands.
my friend
Nonsense, of
ended
course.
up having head damage. He may have ended up having some mental trauma and, you know, some mental handicap because of this event. After he got hit, he was bleeding out of a lot of areas and kind of looked up and asked the guy how his car was, because he was delirious. And the guy responded by saying, you know, oh, it's all fucked up. And at this point, I kind of lost it. I started giggling. My friend's there bleeding out. Well, not bleeding out, but my friend's there bleeding. They're, you know, they're paramedics. He's going to be taken to the hospital. My dad, who was a doctor, is going to be going to the hospital to make sure he's okay. And I'm giggling. People respond to that shit differently, dude. I still don't respond to all this shit like that. Like, there'll be a customer who shows up and they're pissed, and I'm like, oh, great, here we go. Like, I'm full-on fight-or-flight response. Like, I'm like, okay, here we go. Do I gotta fight them? Am I gonna run away from this shit and pass off to another person? Like, how the fuck is this gonna go down? Like...
I'm surprised you can even find a foe to face, wielding lightning and vengeance in either hand.
I also remember distinctly, great. I also,
Even when things appear impossible, they can be mastered. Keep practicing.
I remember distinctly, you know, when my dad died, and I had you know, come home from school to learn that my dad had died. My response to that level of
without ambition.
that level of stress, I
Such a waste.
comforted my family. I didn't cry. Like, I just kind of sat there and kind of, you know, and I went upstairs and I went to bed. That was my way to handle it. Not the right way to handle it, say that, but that level of stress, like, it makes people do weird things. You don't think correctly. You kind of short circuit.
By sea and land, fate and fame.
People die. It happens. It's easy to be cavalier about it when it's not immediately happening to you, but everybody and everything dies eventually. Holy shit, we have so much food right now. You can't take 3 money lost cards when you have no money. Good to know. you can't have my gladiator's visage. Go to hell. You know what? We'll call on our skeletons. I keep in mind at this point, I have a habit of making jokes about the fact that my dad's dead, so... Once again, not well adjusted. Did we already lose one of our skeletons? Oh, there goes a skeleton. Valaclips, why did you teleport there of all places? Like, teleporting into battle seems like a bad place to be. Because raisins? Look, I understand because raisins better than most people. Man, we could have a because raisins emote. I'm just gonna stand here for a second. Aw, man, he ruined it. Malaclips! It was amazing, and you ruined it, man! What's wrong with you? We had the running man for a minute there. He was just dancing. We could have just let him dance. Oh my god, we have so much food. For a woman's man with no time to talk? Screw y'all, that is my shield. You can't have my shield, that is my shield. Run, Forrest, run! Yugi, there are reasons that I don't do post editing and such. Gags like that are one of the reasons. I'd be way too tempted. And then I would get sued, so let's not do that. Look, you know, if we have... It's okay that for aliens to moonwalk, okay? We're not gonna hate because he's a better dancer than we are. By the way, I had a kid who came into work the other day. Apparently, this kid is a huge fan of Michael Jackson and plays, like, the Michael Jackson Experience all the time. The kid could do the lean, which was amazing. Like, we just asked, we looked at him and said, hey, are you able to do the lean? And kid looks at his dad, dad nods, and the kid just comes in. And he just goes for it. Oh my god, it was amazing. Like, we were clapping. It was so good. Kid has more swagger at, like, 7 than I will ever have. Like, that is a kid who's going places in life. I'd say he had the moves like Jagger, but he has the moves like Mike. Kids have been beating him off with a stick, you know? Hell yes! New weapons. I don't, like, have a weapon I like yet, though. We're not there yet. Phrasing. Okay, so we get to joust this asshole again. Haha! I scored 2 points. I gotta do it again. Get jousted!
Breathe, you have done well.
Boom! I gotta do this again? Dude, get wrecked. Wrecked. 7 points to 0. 4 fame, 7 food. Okay, I need more of that. I absolutely need more food. Please, give me more food. Got. Need the Reaper's Arrow. Okay. Equipment. Let's sell the Sisters of Vengeance I can get rid of. And I can get rid of Thunaire's Talons. Buy this. By that. Excellent.
Tool of the greatest of assassins, and now in your hands.
Yes, it is. You're exactly right. It is in my hands, and it will stay there for a bit. Okay, I need assassins. Oh, dearie me. Okay. So we're not getting an assassin today. See, I thought it was if you knock the guy flat off his horse, you're done. He's proven he doesn't have the skill to beat you. Apparently I've been watching too many movies. Blood and thunder, victory at sea! What? Smack you in the face, smack you in the face. Hi, don't do that. Ow. I'm just gonna be over here, don't mind me. Yoink. Okay, can you stop it with this? Look at that. Hulk smash! Okay, ow. Doesn't have standard rules. That doesn't make any sense. How can you not have standard rules for something where you're on a horse trying to knock someone else off their horse? Well, you know, I was trying to serve a Reuben to this German, but he became a very sauerkraut, so now I only serve the club. And you deserve that, Yugi. I just want you to know that. Okay, I don't know how I got hit by that. That was a block. My bread is as stale as the jokes you keep making.
Power is yours to use.
spider trap. Cool. Hey. No, my armor is no longer good. Let's try the sacrificial blades. That sounds like it's gonna be fun. I'll play Undertale eventually. I haven't. I've had it since it came out. I haven't gotten around to playing it. That may be what I do on Christmas.
I hope this works.
That was done on purpose. On purpose, I say. Oh, that was cool! I liked that one! God damn it, let me just out and out kill both. I need that one to get up. I'll wait patiently. Wow. Okay. I mean, I like these weapons because you get to feel awesome when you do that. Hey, look, more food. Okay, so here's the death mage. Crap.
That will set you in good stead from here.
Keikos, I wish you had said that like a second and a half earlier. Hold up. We're gonna try something. I mean... It's not cheesing it if I would have had to just redo the entire thing anyways. I don't know if it's actually gonna work, but... Straight into the combat? No, I get to redo that. Cool. Look, it was either that or redo the entire damn level.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Which sounds like just not fun. I just can't make any die rolls today. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna sneak up on them.
Patience. Do not move too quickly, for haste breeds only failure.
Equipment. Uh-oh. Okay, good. We didn't lose it. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be an epic battle. First mage I've ever fought? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna try something. I just want to see how this works. Ready? Okay, I don't know how that works. Okay, cool. We'll just do things today. I was gonna try to use the relic, but I have no idea how it works, so I didn't. Okay, so the ogre took some damage. Apparently just randomly targets an opponent, evidently, which I think is bullshit. I should be able to choose who I want to target. Ow. Do stop sitting in this corner that you have created for yourself, please. Lady, you are all kinds of bullshit. Ow. Okay, one piece of bullshit down. Alclips, please give me that. Thank you. Y'all annoying me. Go away, you monstrous pain in the ass. Okay, another one down. Another one freaking bites the dust. Your turn. Don't you bring them back, you damn dirty ape. No, we're gonna sit here and pound at you for a day or two. You guys apparently have something to say about that. Alclips, you want to give me your power? Let's try this again. Hit the right person, please. It didn't work? Why didn't it work? Mildly irritating. Gee, it must have hit one of the That why they call them death mages? That would make sense. Kill her! Are you kidding me? It doesn't work! Just die, please! Just fall over! No more! Oh my god, that's irritating. Token.
Nicely done.
Okay, we are gonna keep...
I'm not a vain man. You must appreciate that the game, this game...
Yes, yes, yes!
has been my
No!
focus for more years than I can count. I have a certain pride regarding its twists and turns.
I just realized it
You
doesn't really
might want
matter.
to work on this. Clearly you lack what
My
it
Reaper's
takes.
arrows down.
Your artifact is empty now and will be of little use to you here.
But I might be able to get another achievement before we quit. Crap, I've been streaming forever! Achievement unlocked. Flurry of Fury. I love having holy weapons. Not bad. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Apparently I've stun locked her, so she didn't get a chance to put up her shield. Like every encounter. Message doing his thing? Huh. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and forfeit. Not in an encounter. Thank you, game. Excited for Christmas? As much as I am in a year. Reasonably. Token, please. Pressing mace 10. Alrighty. Take a look real quick.
Now the final moment is here. I have taught you all I can.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so what is... Oh, it's not defeat the Emperor, it's defeat an ogre. Defeat the Emperor with it. I don't know. Okay, folks. That is it for me. I will see y'all in the future eventually. At some point in the... maybe hereafter. Thanks for joining me.